Good afternoon. Glad you're with us on this Friday. I'm Michael Laren, and meteorologist Nathan Scott is over in the Weather Center tracking the uptick in risk for severe weather here in central Arkansas overnight. Nathan, take it away.
Good afternoon, Michael. Yeah, we are watching the potential of severe weather once again entering the picture here in Arkansas. The break was nice. We got about 2 days, but going into this evening and through the overnight hours, the chance of showers and storms really starts to ramp up, and some of these storms could be feisty. Here's the latest from the Storm Prediction Center now, and you can see they have extended the low risk of severe weather to include a large part of central Arkansas. Before, it was situated off to the north and west in Little Rock Metro, and now most of the area is included in that risk. I'll get more into the main threats coming up a little bit later, but out there this afternoon, we've got a mixture of sun and clouds, and temperatures are warming up in a hurry into the mid-70s in Little Rock already, 74 in Monticello, 72 in Mena. There have been some showers in northeast Arkansas. For the most part, we're going to be dry out there today, but the moisture will continue to return. We'll see increasing clouds going through the afternoon hours, and there's a small chance we could see a passing shower. But once again, the severe weather threat really kicks into gear as we go into the evening and through the overnight. I'll have more on the timing and who has the best chance of seeing the potential of a tornado coming up.
All right, Nathan, lots to watch there. Now let's get to some developing news. Pine Bluff police are investigating a shooting that left one person dead. Officers responded to a call on Virginia Drive off MacArthur Drive just before 7 Thursday night. They found 21-year-old Travion Nelson dead from an apparent gunshot wound. Investigators say there are no known suspects or a motive right now. Anyone with information is asked to contact Pine Bluff Police. A Conway police officer is behind bars this afternoon facing charges related to child pornography. Homeland Security agents arrested Detective Adam McNeil on Thursday. Investigators have not released much information. In fact, we don't know the specific charges McNeil faces, only that they relate to child pornography, according to the Conway Police Department. We'll keep you updated as we learn more. An Arkansas middle school teacher has been arrested and charged with 2 counts of rape and computer exploitation of a child. According to the Warren Police Department, 23-year-old Caitlin Rains, who worked as an 8th grade social studies teacher at Warren Middle School, was arrested on Tuesday. She appeared in court on Wednesday, where she was charged and given a $200,000 bond. Little Rock police have made an arrest in a March homicide. Officers arrested this man, Joseph Filani, yesterday. He is charged with first-degree murder in the shooting death of Rayvon McDonald on Patterson Road. McDonald was found dead in a truck suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. Little Rock police also arrested Nicholas Bates on Thursday in connection to a murder on Terra Vista Road. Brittany Cottrell was found dead from gunshot wounds on Monday. Bates is being charged with first-degree murder. New at noon, the Little Rock School District has announced the name of its new K-8 Academy. The Board of Education voted to name the new school the Dr. Marion G. Lacey K-8 Academy. The school is named for the storied educator who died in 2017 after a battle with breast cancer. School officials say the school colors will remain red, white, and blue. The Crimson Lions will continue to serve as the school's mascot. Teachers are important. That's the message from the state capitol today. Educator Commitment Signing Day took place in the Rotunda this morning, highlighting people who have chosen to educate Arkansas kids. Education officials say that this comes at an important time as the state needs more teachers. Venus Torrance with the Department of Education says the pandemic paired with retirements has led to a teacher shortage in Arkansas. In fact, it's something schools across the country are dealing with. Educator Commitment Signing Day aims to let future educators know the state supports them and wants to see them succeed.
Teachers touch everyone, and so we just know that teachers are extremely important because they are the ones who are spending all that time around students. They are influencing them, motivating them, encouraging them, teaching them every single day. And I can't think of too many things that are more important than that.
Torrance says signing day is just one way the state is working to get more teachers in the classroom. TeachArkansas.org is the Department of Ed's newest avenue on top of career fairs across the state. Discussions of Pine Bluff's education continue after concerns from parents and students. This comes after protests last week from students who say they don't feel safe at Pine Bluff High School. THV 11's Ashley Godwin was at Thursday night's roundtable discussion where legislators got in on the conversation.
Although there has been previous precautions to take, and that I feel as if it could have been done in the beginning of the school year instead of when the negativity has started to come.
Kidari Bush is a senior at Pine Bluff High School. She spoke at the town hall to tell people what her concerns are as a student.
Security measures, education, lack of extracurricular activities, things of that sort.
Things that were also on the minds of those in attendance.
We shouldn't lose any more students to violence because we should be able to fix it at the school.
We're perishing because of a lack of knowledge.
There's no way that we can effectively address the needs and the issues in our community without addressing education.
District data for Pine Bluff, Watson Chapel, and Whitehall were handed out. The pandemic was not kind on the students as proficiencies in reading, math, and literacy all dropped.
As we look at how we can reform what we're doing in our schools, I think we have to listen to students. And I think we have to keep in mind that these are schools and they exist to educate young people.
And I hope I just reach someone. If one person is enough.
For Wake Up Central, I'm Ashley Godwin.
Education Secretary Johnny Key was invited to the town hall. According to Representative Vivian Flowers, he declined, saying he wanted to wait until all local meetings were done before speaking to the public. Russia says it will target Ukraine's capital in retaliation for what it says are attacks on Russian towns. Meanwhile, the U.S. is looking at more ways to get weapons into the hands of the Ukrainian military. Natalie Brand has the very latest from Washington.
Missile strikes sent shockwaves through parts of Kyiv as Russians launched attacks on Ukraine's capital city. The fresh wave of strikes comes after Russian forces had pulled back from the area, motivating some residents to return. Russia's defense ministry says it will increase the number and scale of missile strikes in the future. This comes after Ukraine says it struck the flagship of Russia's Black Sea fleet, causing it to sink. The Moskva had been used to launch precision-guided cruise missiles into Ukraine.
We are looking to facilitate the supply of coastal defense and anti-ship capabilities to the Ukrainians so that they can't be menaced from the sea. And that is being actively worked, and I'll leave it at that.
As the U.S. ramps up arms to Ukraine, CBS News has confirmed that Russia sent a diplomatic note to the Biden administration warning the U.S. to stop. President Biden authorized an additional $800 million in defense assistance this week, which will include new weapons for the Ukrainians, such as howitzer cannons.
While some of these systems, the radar, the howitzers, will require some familiarization and some basic training, it's not exorbitant. It won't take a long time. It won't require a large pool of trainees.
The Pentagon says the training isn't expected to take more than a few days and will likely take place in Europe. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
Ukraine's deputy prime minister says 9 humanitarian corridors have been agreed upon for today to evacuate civilians out of Mariupol. A police shooting in Grand Rapids, Michigan is renewing questions about de-escalation tactics after the video of the incident is showing 26-year-old Patrick Lyoya being killed after resisting and running away during a traffic stop. Authorities in Michigan are now reviewing de-escalation procedures in that deadly encounter. Officials now ask if the officer should have acted differently to de-escalate. Current Grand Rapids police policy states that an officer should always try to control a situation using verbal commands. If a subject does not comply, only then can the officer escalate to use physical force according to that policy. Protesters and Lyoya family attorney Ben Crump say it was the officer who escalated the situation. After an investigation by Michigan State Police, the Kent County prosecutor will then determine if charges are filed. We will keep you updated. The countdown is on and the deadline is approaching to file your taxes. This coming Monday is the final day to file. It's not April 15th this year, April 18th. Good news, experts say things are going more smoothly with the IRS than in recent pandemic years. But unlike the last 2 years, there will not be an extension because of the pandemic. You can still file for an extension, ask for one of those. So just get started as soon as you can. That's assuming you haven't. All right, there's an unusual spike in flu cases around the country. Just ahead, we'll share why doctors are seeing infections well into the spring. Nathan.
And Dash RView 11, looking off to the west, you can see Pinnacle Mountain in the distance. This weekend, though, it's going to be a good weekend to stay indoors.